Welcome back to Star Wars Nerds Unite, a discussion and review podcast focused on the Star Wars canon. I'm your host, Tim vanautreve. Joining me, as always, Josh the Tosh, internet famous Mason.
Hello.
And Jennifer vanautreve.
Hi.
It's just us, no babies, no other children.
It's because all the babies have grown up and now
Moved
they're
out.
35 years old.
And we're
It's been
finally
so long.
we're finally getting back to podcasting.
Max is starting kindergarten this week.
I just said he was 35.
No, that would make me really old.
Well, I got some news for you, baby.
Ugh.
So we haven't podcasted in a long time. So I guess this is season 2 of the podcast.
But people who start late would never know that, right? To them, it would just be the next episode.
Yeah, but there'll always be a dark period people talk about in the Discord.
You know?
I think we have multiple dark periods.
This is by far the worst one.
Yeah, this was pretty bad.
Jennifer has been like, we need to podcast.
Yeah, I've been trying to push it for a while.
But she won't pick a topic, and she won't pick a date.
I pick a date. I pick every day. And you're like, nope.
Because I point at the calendar and I show how it doesn't make sense those days.
Uh-huh. I was, well, obviously after we had Max, things got really crazy, really busy. But a lot of it has been school, my school schedule with Max, with working, and all the stuff at home. It's gotten crazy.
Well, kids with school too.
Yeah, all the kids have so much school stuff.
Like, they talk about online about how excited the moms get when the kids go to school. I think that's total.
I know. Everybody's
crap.
always like so happy, like, oh, I get a break. They're in school now. And I think it's so much worse.
It's so much more work. Yeah.
There's so much stuff to do every night after school, practices, meetings, homework.
That's why I just say no.
No.
Just wait.
Yeah, Job just started school like a week ago.
Doesn't matter. There's still tons of activities. I just don't go.
Yeah. I said no to that stuff back then too. Wait until he's in high school and you see what happens.
I won't need to. He can ride his bike.
You won't let him cross that road.
Why not?
You live in the most dangerous intersection in America.
I don't believe that's the case.
People die there all the time.
They don't die there all the time. They die there some of the time.
Frequently.
And those people are driving cars. Stupidly.
Right. People on bicycles crossing that street probably safer.
Yeah, people cross on Cummins all the time. There's nice bicycle crosswalks. There's lights.
Yeah, he has to go all the way down there.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Okay, anyway.
We've
been really busy, but I'm on a break from school. I've already started. My break started like August 5th. I'm already a month down. Oh my God. I have 4 more months off. So this is the time we should be like
pounding them out.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of a dry period in Star Wars news.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
There's lots of things going on, but not things that we can like
look forward to.
We can only just speculate and guess and drip drop news type things. There's
drip,
not
drip drop little April showers.
There's not meaty beefy content that we can chew on and then spew back out at you.
Marinated beef,
no,
Josh?
We will not marinate any beef.
Why wouldn't we marinate
in this
beef?
podcast?
Speaking of beef.
Yeah, so
this is
nice
everything.
So Jenny,
everything but beef is in this can right here.
The only thing
sure
Jenny could come up with for a topic for the podcast tonight.
But this can't. Yeah, I kept forcing the issue of podcasting, and he's like, "What are we going to talk about?"
No, you were like, "What are we going to talk about?" And then we said, "Pick a topic."
Can you please pronounce the brand?
Armour.
Okay.
I said it fancier.
You did say it fancier.
Armoire.
But it's just armor.
Anyway.
But it's got a U. It's got the European U.
The Canadian U.
So Tim made me decide a topic. I couldn't think of anything because even when I'm not busy, I'm busy. And then I was like, let's just eat that potted meat like we talked about. And I've had it in the cabinet for months and months.
It's made with chicken, pork added.
That's
the byline says.
Made with chicken, pork added. Why don't you just say made with chicken and pork?
Because it's predominantly made of chicken.
Well, aren't they both added to that can?
It's inspected for wholesomeness by the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
So does anybody remember the backstory of the potted meat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't you lay that down for some of the fans that don't? Also, if
What
you're
fans?
listening to
Probably don't
this,
listen.
if you're
We
listening to the
lost all our
podcast for the
fans.
first time, go back and listen to one of the other episodes. Don't start with this one.
So,
It's gluten-free.
oh, well, that's
Is that on the
important.
can?
Gluten-free right there.
Wow.
So there was a lot of letters that we were reading, fan letters and stuff, and people were talking about potted meat days.
Not people. Specific people.
Specific people that were writing in, 2 friends that were also both fans who happened to work in the same office.
I think one of them's a fan. The other one is listens because his friend
Well,
does.
they both write in. They both written.
I would say just Jesus right
Maybe
there.
one of them. No, the other.
Once the potted meat story ran out of legs, he stopped writing in.
Yeah, well, everybody has stopped writing in.
That's not true.
Not everybody.
Mostly because we suck at putting out podcasts. Anyway, we were like, what the heck is potted meat? They kept talking about having potted meat days at work. And I thought it was like crock pot,
Yeah, I did,
like
yeah.
potluck or something. And it's like actual meat in a can, and it literally says potted meat on the can.
Yeah.
So and then I was thinking, oh, it's like Spam. But no, it actually says potted meat. So we're going to eat some.
Yeah, these are the ingredients. For those at home, you might want to, if you have small children, cover their ears or
my
fast forward
gosh.
about 30 seconds.
You might hear the rain outside.
It is raining kind of hard. Mechanically separated chicken is the number 1 ingredient.
Why do they have to designate that it's been mechanically
I
separated?
don't know.
Oh, because
So
it
you
may
don't
make
think a
mistakes.
You don't think a human separated it.
There might be
It might just
chunks
be
of bone.
full of
Right.
chicken brain.
Partially defatted cooked pork fatty tissue.
God.
We took some pork fat and we took some of the pork
partially
fat out of
defatted
the
it.
pork fat. Just partially, though.
And it's not just fat, it's fatty tissue.
Ugh.
Water, salt, and then a bunch of flavorants. Now, including the ubiquitous natural flavors.
Flavors naturally occurring in fatty tissue.
So Josh laid
What's
out.
the serving size? The serving size is 1 cup. And there's approximately... Oh, it's a quarter cup, I'm sorry. There's approximately 2.5 servings in this container.
Uh-oh, one of us only gets half serving.
Yeah.
Dips.
130 calories per serving. 100 of those calories from fat.
Oh my gosh.
1 serving has 27% of your daily value of sodium.
Josh laid out
Most
a beautiful
people are
plate
low on sodium, so that's helpful.
with some delicious, weird flavored crackers.
They're not weird
They're
flavors.
just
They're like
generic
vegetable
Ritz.
crackers.
They're savorites.
Roasted vegetable flavor.
This
Yeah,
is
that's totally normal.
That contradicts the
They're round
potted meat.
crackers. It's round like the can.
They're imitation Ritz crackers.
They pride
with
themselves
bad
on
flavoring.
baking the perfect cracker. They do not. They do this by using only the best grains and the most delicious recipes.
Good.
None of those untasty recipes for us. They're thin, crispy wheat crackers made with real vegetables. They're perfect for parties as well as snacking right out of the box. Both of the things we're doing right now.
Yep. Jenny only made me 1 grilled cheese. So
All right, I'm going to open this.
don't open it sideways like that. It's got liquid in it
Got
or
lots
something.
of water.
Go ahead.
So
We should have taken a video
wait,
of this.
You should be quiet so you can hear the can pop.
yeah, you didn't do a very good job of that. So we need to describe. So it's like a.
It's like a cat
a
food.
pink-
thing.
It is.
It's got the texture of cat food or dog food. It's very pink colored.
It's got the smell of cat food.
It's so have you guys, this is kind of a strange thing that I've had this before, so I don't know why you're making me smell it.
Oh yeah, it smells exactly like cat food.
Why have you had it before?
Potted meat is like a staple food of the upper Midwest. So
Aren't I in the upper Midwest?
not really. You're more in the southern Midwest than anything. We're almost in the South.
Where did you? Why were you in the upper Midwest?
Just in the last 2 months, I have gotten Joe hooked on liverwurst. Have you ever had liverwurst?
Yeah, dude, my dad loves liverwurst.
Yeah, so this is very similar to liverwurst.
Yeah, that's what it smells like.
Yeah. It's a little bit less porky than liverwurst is.
It's lower in quality than liverwurst.
More chicken than pork and livers, for that matter. But it's similar in texture and similar in smell to liverwurst.
Good.
And Job loves liverwurst now.
Why did you try to get him hooked on liverwurst? Is it good?
Because it's tasty and it's like dirt cheap. You take all the stuff that like they throw away from the butcher, and then you take all the stuff that the person threw away from that stuff, and then you make meat out of it.
That's so gross.
And it tastes really good.
Okay.
All right.
You're just digging right in.
So you have like a tarnished silver serving spoon.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to be fancy.
Nice and tarnished.
Yeah, it's like real silver too.
That's how I knew it was silver.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's starting to get patina.
Patina.
It's
Oh,
God, that's so gross.
I was not expecting it to be so
it's
I was
definitely
expecting the texture
spreadable.
to be
more watery than liverwurst.
Oh, it just almost flipped out when you touched it with the knife. Oh,
This. Yeah, we should.
It tastes like potted meat.
why
It's
is-
got
It looks like brains.
it's salty. It doesn't look like brains at all. It's way too purified.
it's like spongy.
Or not purified, pureed. It's just like a salty meat paste.
It's pasty.
Yeah.
They might as well serve it or put it in a
Yeah, you need
tube.
to try it.
Oh.
But it's like a very light
Gosh, I don't even
meat flavor.
It's like seriously like liquid in here.
It's spreadable.
It's almost pure salt.
Yeah, that's the main flavor is fat and salt. The rest of it's just filler. Mechanically separated filler.
Ugh. Okay.
I should have brought.
See, these
mustard
vegetable
up
crackers
here.
are really nice.
Yeah, they cleanse the palate afterward. I'm going for seconds here.
We need the
How's it going, Jen?
so the suggested
She can't even talk.
the suggested garnishes look to be slices of tomatoes, olives with pimentos, cheese, and parsley.
Mustard would be good on it.
Mustard's good on
what'd
just
you think?
about everything.
What'd you think of that there, Jenny?
I didn't have a big, but I think if I had a great big glob of it, I would have gotten
Like
nauseous.
this glob?
Yeah.
Tim has not eaten 2 sandwiches for dinner yet. I think it's what don't you like about it? Just the texture?
the feeling of it when you go to dig it out and it like just feels like it's
So not even the texture in the mouth.
no the
just
texture,
the texture-
on the knife.
So if you just got
the
served
spreadability of it is
if you
too
got
much.
served a sandwich that was pre-assembled and you ate that, you would be fine with it.
Yeah, I'd be like, what is
What's this salty fatty Jew?
this? Is this chicken mechanically separated?
So there you go, potted meat.
Yep. We closed a loop that we've had open in our podcast
How many
for like 2 years.
lightsabers though?
I wonder if we put this like in a fancy bowl and then had like mustard and olives and like little pepperoncinis
You should chew before
and
you
like,
talk.
No, it's good.
like served it at a party. Next time I have a party, I'm going to serve potted meat and I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. And they're going to
So
be like,
people would confuse that with pate.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean they have similar flavors.
I'm going to make it look all fancy. And then afterward, I'm going to be like, you just ate potted meat.
Sucker. And they'll say, what's potted meat? So
say
I'm
that.
gonna give it 3 lightsabers.
Wow.
3.
I mean, I would never choose to eat that. It's way too salty for me, but it didn't make me want to barf. So it was way better than I thought it was going to be. I was like scared of it because I looked up potted meat and it had like a fat seal on top that kept it fresh.
Yeah.
And like, I read about
That
how you
was
have to
before
break,
the days of
you had to break the fat
canned-
seal.
Yeah.
Oh, no, thanks.
Yeah, that's why it's a staple food. They could eat it in the winter months.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
In the winter months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a definitive problem humanity faced as they progressed into the northern hemisphere.
The northern tundras.
How long has this been in production?
Oh,
I'm certain they've been
100
making
years.
it for a long
at
time.
least.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, if I lived in Wisconsin, I would probably eat that a lot.
You would probably eat more
Just
liverwurst
to keep
than
your fat content
Well, I wouldn't want to lose
in
it all in
check
the winter.
over winter.
Well, in winter, I wouldn't work, and I'd just sit at a bar all
right,
day.
and you can't grow tons of chickens in the winter. So you need a source of protein.
Yeah, I know our chicken production goes down a lot
It does.
in the winter.
It's not like you have the air conditioning or, a furnace. You can't burn down the entire forest. You'd be chopping wood for weeks.
What rating are you going to give it?
I'd give it 6 lightsabers. It's flavorful. It's too salty, I agree. And it's not as good as liverwurst. I would eat liverwurst.
Is liverwurst in a can like that?
No, usually it comes looking like a sausage.
Yeah, it's like a loaf, kind of.
And then you just slice it. It's if you imagine bologna and this, it's halfway in between the two in texture.
My kids have never had bologna.
That's crazy.
Never bought it.
Why? Bologna's delicious.
Bologna's only good if you put a bunch of stuff on it.
So here's a little
Fried bologna?
No. Here's a little sneaky snack that is so good. You'll just lose your mind. This goes back to the cheese that you don't buy. You take a slice of bologna, you put yellow mustard on it, and then you put a slice of American cheese on it, and then you roll that bad boy up and you eat it. It is so good.
We used to do that when I lived with my dad, and we were poor. And
It's not expensive.
when
Bologna is dirt cheap.
Right. It's like potted
I think
meat.
that's why I used to have it a lot when I was a kid, and I think that's why I just, like, the weird stuff that I had to eat a lot when I was a kid, I just have never once bought as an adult.
This silver serving knife used to be one of her normal spoons. And it's just been reforged multiple times to suit purpose.
Are we going to talk about Star Wars on this podcast?
Did you give it a lightsaber rating?
Well, I'm surprised by Tim's low rating. I mean, I would probably give it a 3 or 4. It's just the texture that's really creepy. I mean, it's like...
Oh, it's gross.
It's
just spreadable.
You should give it to Gus.
It looks like it's just... I'm trying to think of what it's like. It's super spongy.
It's like a meat jelly.
Yeah, that sounds
Or
disgusting.
preserves. A meat preserves is more like it.
But it doesn't... I mean, the taste of it is not disgusting.
It's almost like smoky. It's got a hint of smokiness.
It's just
to
like
it.
the thought of it and the texture.
You're
I'm
far
glad I
too
tried
worried
it.
about thinking about it.
I'm glad that I tried it. I'm going to have some more.
Yeah, I don't have anxiety every time I open my cabinet now.
See potted meat.
Yeah. I'm like, oh gosh, we got to deal with that someday.
I'll try and bring some liverwurst next time you can try it. And then when you're ready for the coup de grace, I'll go find some head cheese.
What's head cheese?
It's a meaty loaf with even yet further refined leavens.
Are we going to talk about Star Wars?
I guess.
We're going to go to Star Wars celebrations.
Well, we've told everybody that
You mean
before.
celebration?
It's coming up. It's in April of
It's in Chicago.
2019. It's in Chicago. We will be there, all of us, with a baby, most likely.
Yeah, we only live 3 hours from Chicago, so it was a almost perfect location for us.
And we love Chicago.
Yeah. Still working on lodging. The bear season's about to start.
That's not Star Wars. You're segueing away from Star Wars.
I was segueing Chicago. Things that affect me on a day-to-day basis.
Let me try and pull up the emails. We can do some emails. So Star Wars stuff that's going on. It's been a lull since Solo, right?
Yeah.
Did
we ever even talk about Solo?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
It was episode 149. I think.
Uh,
It comes out this week.
the
VOD.
Blu-ray,
Or next week.
it comes out soon, yeah. But I mean, the next big thing is Resistance, the cartoon.
What
There was a
platform is
big
it going to be on?
Television, Disney XD.
I thought it was going to be on their new streaming platform.
No, that's the next show.
So what do you think the difference between this and Rebels is going to be?
It's about the
besides
Resistance.
the time frame. Like,
It doesn't get much more different than that. It's going to be all new characters and all new stuff.
It'll have like little guest appearances by Poe and BB-8 and stuff, but in general, the main characters are 4 new people, and the artistic style is completely different. It's more like an anime than anything else.
Not super crazy about anime.
Why?
I think because when I was little, I had to watch a ton of like Sailor Moon and weird shows like that.
Why did you have to watch it?
Because I had like a demon brother who was like the baby of the family, and he got to watch Cartoon Network 24/7.
A demon brother?
And because he got to do whatever he wanted. He was like the baby. He was born when I was like 13. And so all these weird shows were always on, and it just blah.
Wonder how
Irritated.
our kids are going to feel about Max.
Yeah, it's like the exact
The
same
demon
thing.
baby.
It's literally the exact same as like
the
Nora
demon baby
and
that
Max.
ruined their life.
It didn't ruin my life. I just
Their life, I said.
You should not should not hate on anime. You should wait. And I have so many anime I could recommend to you. But
I just know Sailor Moon.
Any that are on Netflix you could watch?
One Punch Man.
There you go, Jenny.
One Punch Man.
It is the best anime that's come out in probably the last 5 years.
What's it on?
It's on Netflix.
Old words. I just said. She's not even paying attention. She's
No,
like
she's
on her,
reading.
She's on her
That's
watch.
why you
writing
shouldn't have
letter.
a watch.
How is Max?
I was asking the kids how Max was.
Yeah, right. I know.
No one has run upstairs saying he's dead, and no one has screamed that he's dead.
So
A solid conclusion
So I'm for
would be
sure
that he's not dead.
dead yet.
Done. Mission accomplished. You've survived another 30 minutes without your baby dying.
One Punch. What's it called? Man.
One Punch Man. It
Is
is.
it about somebody who's got a really strong punch?
It is about a guy. So it's kind of like a satire on the traditional anime. Like, are you familiar with Dragon Ball?
Yes.
So one of the tropes of Dragon Ball is like how the main characters, they always get beat and then they just come back more powerful. Like,
They go to the spirit world.
and they take forever for fights to happen, and you'll spend entire episodes just hyping up the stuff.
I don't know. When I think of anime, I just think of like those weird sound effects and then being like, "Woo!" And then like all these flashing lights and like then the person's
So that
got this
was-
crazy like expression on their face, and then it's just like
80s and 90s anime was like that.
Attack on Titan's like that.
Not really. Attack on Titan is not like that. It's
yeah, it
super
does.
super duper violent and super gory, but it doesn't have like. So the goofy faces, yes, they do that for levity. That's an anime trope.
okay.
One Punch Man has it. I mean, that's an anime trope, but it is satire with regards to the hero. He can defeat anything with one punch, and he has to it's just super silly, and
It
He,
sounds like he could like beat anyone.
he can.
very easily. Then
right, and his workout is that he does 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups, and he runs a kilometer every day. And it's just super, like, all the other characters are like traditional, like, I'm gonna call them Dragon Ball Z characters, and they're all like super serious, and he's just sad because all he does is show up and punch the person once, and then he wins.
why does he even have to work out then?
Well, he thinks that his workout is critical. You just watch it.
Okay.
It's really funny, and it's a great anime. One Punch Man.
There you go.
I'll try it.
There's my Star Wars recommendation for the day.
Okay.
So anyways, Resistance, it's a more anime style. than what you're used to. And it's starting soon. Somebody should look that up. Look that up on your watch.
I can't. Tim, look it up.
I think my phone's dead. That's why I haven't already busted out. Oh no, it is awake.
So we'll do some letters. Oh, the other thing. We haven't talked about this, which is insane. But Megan and I went to go watch John Williams at the Chicago Symphony back in May. You remember that?
I remember that.
How was that?
It was really good. They had John Williams there conducting.
The John Williams?
The John Williams, Esquire. I don't know if he's really an Esquire or not. But they had a bunch of... I was kind of upset that they featured lots... Like, he's directed, like, a gajillion movies. So they tried to, like, represent lots of different styles. So there was only, like, 3 different sections where they played Star Wars music. But they played Rey's theme. And my main takeaway is how creepy John Williams is with regards to Daisy Ridley. Like, all he wanted to do was talk about Daisy and how beautiful she is and how she's his muse and all this stuff. And it was slightly creepy.
Weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
How old is he?
He's like
90.
in his 80s or 90s, yeah. He's super duper old. But he was like really, he'd spend a lot of time talking in between the songs.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it was just, he was very jovial. He seemed very genuinely happy to be there. So that was nice.
Yeah, that's really cool. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Did you look up when Resistance starts?
Oh, my phone died.
While you were looking it up?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is, I believe, 2 emails in a row from T-Dog.
Wait, what's the date on these?
I
didn't
removed
capture
dates.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to pretend like it just came in hot out the presses this week.
This came in this morning from T-Dog. Nobody even knows what date this is. Like, it's a...
September.
No, you don't need to say it. It's a unitless piece of time. It's the episode after 150.
Okay.
What's up, nerd leaders? Warning. Major Star Wars Rebel spoilers. I think the seal's off on that.
Wait, this can't be that old.
Term of use. Yeah, wasn't that just last week? Just want to say, dear Dave Filoni and the Star Wars creative team, clap emoji, clap emoji, clap emoji, clap emoji, clap emoji, clap emoji, clap emoji.
Wow.
It's a lot of clap emojis.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for making such an awesome show with strong and respectable characters and strong younger leads. For a while. What's weird, though, is the characters are young, but their voice actors are old. Or, I wouldn't say old, they're just not young.
How old is Ezra's voice actor?
I think he's like in his late 20s. For a while, I thought my ship had finally docked. When Ezra sang to Sabine that he trusts her fully, I was so excited to see what would happen. When Ryder Hollow called... Is it Hollow called? I don't think that's right. What should it be called?
Hollowed.
Hollow netted? Hollowed?
That's what they used to say in the books, I think. Hollowed.
Hollowed. When Ryder hollowed Governor Price, turning in the rebels, I instantly knew it was a trap. The only problem...
Good use of voice there.
Was that the whole episode I was waiting for one of the main cast to kick the old bucket. But luckily they all survived. I loved how every element from the show came into play. Like the Purgils, the clones, the old clones, and even Sabine's old bounty hunter friend. I was a little disappointed when the BenView didn't show up. I was waiting for him to pop out of nowhere and wreck shop. I also liked the way Ezra's connection with the animals played a big part in the finale. If you remember, as you were watching this episode last week, Ezra summoned the Purgils to take away Thrawn and him inside his Star Destroyer on a little space adventure.
I think I want to watch the last season of the Rebels again.
Do it.
I really
Watch it after One Punch Man.
Yeah. One Punch Man is like a page turner of a show.
She's been watching all these like dark, dreary, like
Those
Megan
are my
creepy,
jams.
crimey.
Hey, That's the kind of stuff I always watch. But I asked you guys if you watch Sharp Objects because we
don't.
Oh my god, it's so good, and I literally know no one who's watched it, so I have nobody to talk to.
So I read lots of people compare it to True Detective, and I'm not big on shows that try and emulate True Detective.
It's nothing. I don't know why people would say that. It's based on a book.
Okay, it could be based on lots of things and still emulate that style.
It didn't. When I watched it, I didn't feel.
It's not trying to rip off True Detective.
I didn't pick on that because I saw snippets of various episodes when she was watching it.
Yeah.
There's got to be somebody listening who's seen Sharp Objects.
I bet you Lady Meg.
You guys could start. You could start your own sub channel in Discord.
Well, if anybody has watched it and wants to talk about it,
Megan's been watching Outlander, which was on Showtime, but also at the library. The library has the DVD, so she's been watching it.
What's a DVD?
It's a digital video disc.
Tim, we have like multiple Blu-ray players, and Tim will not leave them hooked up in the house.
Don't you have a disk drive for one of your sundry laptops?
None of them have Blu-ray.
You don't need Blu-ray.
Oh, you know what?
You need DVD.
No, none of my laptops have.
Disc drives.
No. You know what? Jenny's does.
You could watch it.
Jenny's laptop, she could watch a DVD.
The other thing you could do is you could get a USB disc drive, and then every laptop has one.
Nope.
They cost like $4.60 nowadays. Like, I have more USB disc drives than I have laptops in my house.
Have you seen that there's a new season of True Detective coming? Have you seen the trailer for that?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Are you going to watch it?
Yeah.
Who's in it?
Nobody that's known.
Nobody that you know. Did you watch not Game of Thrones, House of Cards?
Yeah.
You remember the I can't remember his character name right now, but the black like political not agent. I want to call him like a secret agent, but Remy LeBeau.
Oh yeah.
He's the main character. Marshala, can't remember his last name.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah, he is awesome. He's the main character.
It's like from the 30s, isn't it?
No.
The show takes place a long time ago.
I think it's similar to the first season where it'll be a contemporary show and then something from like the 60s and 70s.
Like the trailer just has flashbacks in it or something?
Yeah. Similar to how the first season was. You remember the first season?
Yes.
It wasn't as big of a time gap. The first season was a contemporary.
Yeah, there wasn't very much.
It was like a 8-year time gap.
Yeah. I thought it looked like it was from the 1920s or 30s.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
The main reason I don't believe so is because black people weren't allowed to be police officers in the 20s and 30s in the South.
I thought that was why it was such a big deal or something. Maybe
it was a pretty big deal even in the 70s.
Maybe it wasn't that long, but it looked like it was from like maybe the 50s, or it didn't look contemporary. I don't know.
I think it's like the 70s, 60s and 70s is the time frame you're looking for.
Okay, maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. I'm eating more potted meat.
Like the wolves in the Burgills. Slight question. Why didn't Ezra just force choke Thrawn when he was alone in the office? It was just Thrawn and Ezra. So why didn't Ezra just end it there? Because that wouldn't be the way of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's very Sith-ish.
Yeah. So wait. Jason Syndulla is Hera and Kanan's child? That would have some slight complications. He spelled Jason wrong. I was like, Jason, like our friend Jason. Like, what are you talking about, Jason? Sorry. Weird digression.
As if we haven't had this episode.
That's what they were implying, wasn't it? Yeah, they weren't implying it. I mean, they were pretty upfront about it being, Hera and Kanan's kid. I'm a little confused, but I don't really care. I'm just wondering if he will be force sensitive or not. We'll never know. So let's say yes.
A character in something else already?
No.
What's he confused about then?
I bet he comes up. I bet when they start telling the story of Luke's like Jedi Temple or whatever,
Nope.
he's one of the characters.
Nope, gone forever. Don't bring him back.
I didn't suggest that they should or should not.
They won't.
I'm saying they will.
I'm saying they won't.
Okay.
Book it.
Book it.
If they do, you have to eat a whole can of potted meat.
Live on air.
Live on air. The ending part. I'm going to assume that was after the Battle of Endor, and the rebels did not know about the fact that Ahsoka or Ezra survived. So what has Ezra been doing? Force talking to Luke? Maybe. Oh, one thing I don't like was the before Revenge of the Sith Palpatine. His face was too chubby to look like him. But other than that, I love the way the series ended. They did justice to rebels. So Ahsoka went back to, it's not Malachor. What's the name of the planet? I can't remember. When she goes back, she goes down to that temple and then she vanishes for a long time. Like, we don't know exactly when in time she lands back in that planet she was in. And so she could have just been in that world between worlds for, she could have skipped a bunch of time, basically. We don't know.
Maybe she doesn't come out until...
Right. After the war is already over.
Yeah. Until it's time to help.
Where's
Rey.
Ezra? We don't know. Presumably, it will get answered at some point because Thrawn didn't die. But we'll find out, maybe.
Heard a bunch of rumors he's going to be in the new movie, but I just don't buy it.
I don't think so either. The guy who, there was a big rumor about some actor playing him, and the actor came out and said, no. You know what's weird? Dominic, the guy from Lost and from Lord of the Rings, Monahan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's in episode 9.
Yeah, I saw that.
Supposedly Matt Smith is in episode 9.
Who's Matt Smith?
He was one of the doctors from Doctor Who.
Oh.
I don't remember which doctor he is. I'm going to say doctor number 9.
Is he in The Leftovers? Is he the preacher guy in The Leftovers?
No. The preacher guy in The Leftovers is... the character's name is Matt, not the actor.
I know that. I just thought that actor played Doctor Who.
I don't think so.
I don't think anyone from Doctor Who was in The Leftovers.
I wish I had my phone because now I gotta look it up.
It's not the
Anyway,
same guy.
this 2 episodes, 10 out of 10 lightsabers. And the whole series, 10 million out of 10 lightsabers. I loved it so much, and I'm sad that it's over. But I'm also excited to see what's to come. Hashtag Cezra. Hashtag Kara. I don't know what Kara is. Kera? Kanan Hera? Yeah, must be.
He ships them.
Yeah, he does. He shipped. Well, so does the show.
I still don't understand that.
What?
I ship them. I mean, I know what you say it means. I just don't understand how that ever became a thing. It makes no sense.
Have you talked to your kids?
They don't say those words.
I know, but they say other incredibly ridiculous things, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's how it happens. Kids talk to each other, and they come up with crazy things.
They don't talk to each other, though.
You're saying
they
kids,
text,
they go to, what? They communicate with other human beings, maybe not using their vocal cords, but using the English language through some media.
Semi use of the English language.
Oh, my Lord. Jenny hates anything that's new and strange.
No, I hate how kids don't know how to communicate and
I think they
socialize in
communicate okay.
person. No,
Some of them.
if the doorbell rings, they think they're gonna die. They can't.
Yeah,
handle
Mom, somebody's robbing us.
No, they don't even do that. They'll
They don't
just
know
sit
how
there.
to interact with a human.
That's your own fault.
Without it being.
You're always driving them everywhere. They should be out there hitchhiking.
And
You want to get to practice? There you go.
get a ride.
Get a
They
ride.
don't know how to socialize. Everything
be in
is
jail.
so. They can Snapchat and Instagram message and everything. So there's no physical interaction. There's no conversations
Jenny's
in
gonna
real
solve.
life.
She's solving the world's problems.
Yep.
No, I'm not.
2 kids at a time.
My own kids don't even know how to speak to people.
Gotta boot them out. Just make them.
They are really bad at phone calls. They have to
Yes,
call. And
That's another thing. If I'm call this person, they're what?
Hi?
What do you mean?
Hi, are you there?
My mom told me to call you.
Are you on the phone? Hi.
Tyler? No, I'll go get him.
Do you want to...
They're so bad at communicating on the phone.
Do you want to text me back and let me know if you can do this thing I'm going to text you about? Thanks for reading this. You guys are great. And help me get through some dark times. We help you get through some dark times with your hilarious banter and great content. Thanks for being awesome. Oh, that was Randall. Not 2 letters in a row. You're welcome, Randall.
Did you just read 2 letters?
That was 1 letter by Randall.
Oh.
Hashtag goodbye Star Wars Rebels. Hashtag bye bye Rebels block. We did retire Rebels block, but it'll make way.
For Resistance block?
No, we got to come up with something new.
Res block?
No, something new and different. Not the word block with some other word in front of it. I'll come up with something.
I can't think of anything else to replace block. Resistance chunk.
Yeah, there you go.
What was the fall of novels?
Fall of novels.
Yeah.
That was a really good one.
I don't even think we read
Summer of Comics.
One novel.
Yeah, we did. We just didn't report on the rest like we had planned. We could have another fall of novels.
Oh yeah, it's fall again.
It's not fall yet. It's fall in a few weeks.
It's imminent.
Okay. Pumpkin spice lattes are out there.
Yeah, they are.
People are going crazy.
Yeah, no thanks.
I'm going to do more emails. This one is the 2 emails in a row, both by T-Dog. Sorry, Randall. I almost gave T-Dog credit for your email. The first one is just him commenting on Jon Favreau, the announcement that Jon Favreau is going to executive produce and write the live action series that supposedly will start with their streaming service at the end of the next year.
It's not going to be till the end of 2020?
Next year would be 2019.
I forgot.
And they have a lot of their current content agreements with Netflix and some of the other content providers end at the end of 2019. So the assumption is they'll kick off their service right after that.
It's supposed to be cheaper than Netflix.
That's what they said.
I don't believe it.
Why not?
I don't know. I just think they're sneaky. I think they're like going to initially give you some good deal, and then once you're hooked, it'll be different.
The thing is like you already get a lot of the Disney stuff now on Netflix, but you get everything else, so they're only getting some small proportion of the amount of money Netflix gets. If they take out Netflix, the middleman, they're making more money for the same content. So I don't think they'll have a problem beating the Netflix price.
Yeah, I'm actually excited about it. I mean, if they actually get all the Disney movies in and they don't cycle them out.
That'll be interesting if they put them in the vault.
They might.
I'm sure
like,
they
digital
will.
vault.
I
bet they
see
do that
them
again.
having like some movies that you can access all the time, like 101 Dalmatians, and then like really good movies.
But what about 102 Dalmatians?
Yeah.
That'll be in the vault.
No. Then like for like the really good movies that are like Frozen,
Like Tarzan
Moana,
3?
like new ones. Yeah, like Brother Bear will be available like any day of the year.
Gosh.
And then like the good movies, like the new stuff is a really popular
Black
stuff.
Panther.
It's gonna be like
Gotta put it in the vault, guys.
it's gonna be like an extra monthly charge for the
No.
access to those.
the vault plan.
Yeah,
Brother Bear.
I guarantee they're gonna have more expensive plans for the better movies.
Was it Brother Bear or was it Big Brother?
No, it's Brother
Brother Bear.
All right, what's
That
up,
wasn't a terrible movie.
SWNU crew? Jen is crushing this pie meat.
I'm just
How many lightsabers did you even get? 3 or 4? You gotta at least bump it up to like a 5 for as much as you're eating.
I'm gonna be throwing up all night.
Sorry for another letter, as it seems you all may be behind on letters.
No.
Nah.
What are you talking about? Jan, did you give birth yet? Also, I have some serious spoilers about The Force Awakens. I'm kidding, obviously. Tim, I hate to say it, but maybe you should stop driving. As far as we
You
know,
got in a wreck.
this is your 3rd accident. I'm glad you're okay, And hopefully getting better every day.
Now, I don't even remember telling anybody about the second time, but I must have.
Also,
Where some lady just like, it was wet outside and her foot slipped off the brick and she like bumped into me.
and you will be proud.
And some lady, some younger woman, like right turned into you when you were in the turn lane.
Yeah, she went there was a 1-lane turn lane and she came up right next to me like it was a 2-lane and then turned straight into me and scraped all up my side. And then there was the one where I got crushed by someone running a red light. You'll notice none of those were my fault.
Uh-huh. Some would say if you're in an accident, you have at least some fault.
When was the last time I was in an accident before that?
I don't know.
How would we know?
You could have all sorts of mysterious accidents.
Do you know how easy it is to acquire gray Ford Foci?
It was silver.
Okay. Also, you'll be proud. I'm going to see the Solo movie, spoiler free. I have never. He really should have watched it when it came out. Not. I guess I screwed up my timing there. Yeah, it's not out yet. It'll be exciting for him to see it spoiler free.
It's funny because we already did a review of it. We got a sneak peek.
I wonder if he sends a letter later explaining his experience. Jen, I'm glad you and the baby are doing well, but wow, do you ever sleep? She sleeps a lot.
No, what?
Yes, she does.
What do you mean I sleep a lot?
But she doesn't sleep until she doesn't go to sleep until 1 a.m. And then she sleeps till like 10:30 or 11 like every day.
Oh, you're saying this because I'm asleep while you guys play WoW in the mornings. On the weekends? Is that what you're saying? I sleep a lot?
You sleep a lot.
I don't sleep a lot. Max is up until like 1 a.m. and then he wakes up 3 or 4 times a night. And then when I finally get to sleep, if I can sleep in, I sleep in till 10 or 10:30.
Right. So that's 9 or 10 hours of sleep.
No, it's all interrupted.
It doesn't matter. It's still 9 or 10 hours. Am I doing my maths correctly?
I don't know. It doesn't feel it since it's so broken up. It's not quality sleep, so I'm not sleeping.
She doesn't count it.
That's right.
Doesn't count.
You've basically not slept at that point.
If I wake up, if I get woken up, night starts over. And then I have to get a good 8 hours.
Probably shouldn't have had a kid.
Do you want to give a Max update? We haven't given one of those in a while.
He's almost 9 months. On Friday he'll be 9 months old. We had to quit daycare because when I went back to work when he was 12 weeks old, he was in daycare a few days a week and he was constantly sick, like constantly. And so when I finished last semester, about a month ago, we quit daycare and he hasn't been sick since. And he's doing good. We'll find out how big he is, like how much he weighs. He looks like he's gained a lot of weight lately. He's got 2 bottom teeth totally out, and his top 2 are poking out a little bit. He's eating mostly normal foods, not talking yet. He jabbers a lot. Crawling. He's been crawling for 2 months. He's getting really good at crawling. He can hold on to stuff and walk around. Really cute.
You should write a journal about him, or maybe he could listen to this when he's
got
bigger.
A lot of personality. He's always getting into everything.
You know who they say that about? People that have a lot of personality.
Yeah.
Jerks.
Yep. And stupid people.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a nice way of saying something about them. She's got a lot of personality.
He's really funny.
Yeah, so he's doing pretty good.
So very very baby-like. Mm-hmm. Shocking to all of you.
He's nothing like my other son.
How would you even know? They're so far apart. You probably have like this glossy view of what Nolan was.
Nolan was very different. I always used to say Nolan's not like a normal boy. He was never hyper and rambunctious and like.
That's not a strictly male trait.
Well, I don't know.
There's plenty of women and men who are rambunctious, and many women and men who are not rambunctious.
Neither one of my kids were. And I always like said he wasn't like super, he wasn't rowdy. Like, okay, girls can be rowdy too. Neither one of my kids were. But Max is just like grab everything in sight, just tries to play. Like he's just wants down and wants to get into everything. He's just he's very active all the time. I almost have to like wrangle him down and hold him still to like get him to eat. And he's like go all the time.
Don't let him make you go. He's a reflection of what you allow. I also wanted to know how many lightsabers you'd give Kanan and Hera's kids. We all know how you loved their romance.
Oh, their kiss? Is that what?
Well, he said kids, so I don't know. Because they have a kid and they have a kiss.
I think he means kiss. 10 out of 10.
There you go.
10 out of 10.
13-year-old girls are going to be swooning over that kiss for years to come.
13-year-old girls won't ever watch that show.
Yes, they will.
Have you met 13-year-old girls?
No females besides me have ever seen that kiss.
Oh, you're wrong. Josh, I'm glad your life seems to be less chaotic. But you have 2 kids, so I'm sure it's not stress-free. You'd be surprised. I have almost no stress. My kids are very good. My wife stays at home, so like I don't have any of the 2 working parent pressures. And yeah, I don't really do a whole lot. I do whatever I want, really.
He lives the life, folks. He lives the life.
But what I want to do is just stay at home. So like it's not like I want to go out and party.
Yeah, that's all I want to do too. Drama free.
Yeah. I'm sad to see Rebels end. I'll never use a hashtag. I swear I've seen T-Dog use a hashtag in Discord before. So goodbye, Rebels block, forever. Are we to assume that Ahsoka and Sabine will be the next animated series? I don't think so. Well, I mean, there was the whole thing where Filoni was working on a next series. So he's involved with Resistance, but he's not like running the show. And
who is?
Some other people at Lucasfilm. But then the next, we haven't talked about this. They're doing the Clone Wars.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it.
So
that was one idea I had. Well, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, they're doing a new season of Clone Wars, right?
At least one.
Right where it left off, kind of? Or like
so there was that, like the 6 or 7 episode last season that was only on Netflix. I don't know if they're going to like re-air that and finish the season so it makes sense. Or if they're just going to act like that never happened. I don't know if it's going to be like, because it seemed like it seemed like a whole new thing. Like, I don't know what it's going to be.
I thought what a topic we could do is you guys summarizing the different seasons of the Clone Wars for me.
That would take
no,
because I don't want to watch.
Why don't you just
go
to
episodes.
Wikipedia and read the synopses?
How is that going to help anyone else besides me?
I think most of the people will have watched the Clone Wars or will take the time to watch it.
That's
if they're taking the time to listen to us talk about potted meat for 45 minutes.
No, but some people didn't even have time to watch the Rebels.
To consume
the Clone Wars has like a bazillion episodes.
Yeah, but it's easy to consume because they're not long, and
well,
you
then
can
why
just Netflix
isn't it
binge
easy
it.
to summarize a whole season?
We need to get this ball rolling. We got to finish these letters.
Now I got to catch back up.
I don't see why that's a bad idea.
I don't think they're going to be in the next animated. I don't think they're going to be in any animated series. I could see them being in a comic book or a book, like another Ahsoka book. But I don't think. I don't know. Filoni can't seem to give up Ahsoka, so who knows if he makes another series?
I can't quit you.
Yeah. Also, 2 new trilogies are supposed to come out, but neither of them will be episode 10? Question mark? Is this the end of the story or just taking a break? Nobody really knows. It sounds like the Ryan Johnson trilogy is like a number of years away. And obviously the Dan and Dan, I think, the two producers of Game of Thrones, their trilogy, they're still working on Game of Thrones, so it's not going to start anytime soon.
Yeah.
So nobody really knows. Does it need to be episode 10? Does there need to be a 10? Or can they just start a new thing?
I think for legacy's sake, they'll probably do another one 15 years or something.
What does it need to be?
No. I mean, they don't need to do anything. They don't owe us anything.
No, not in that sense. I mean, just like, do you think the brand dies if they don't carry on the core episodic structure?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll try to do something more Marvel-esque. But I mean, they've already shown the Star Wars model works. So they might just continue to go with their original plan. I still think it's a good one.
Do they have a plan?
What's
for
their
that?
plan?
For after 9? I don't think they've articulated anything.
Well, they were putting out episodes, and then they were putting out other movies in between. And then they started doing other trilogies and stuff. I think they're going to take a long break. And I think they will release another episode at some point.
So you still haven't answered my question.
What's your question?
Does there need to ever be a 10?
I already said no.
Okay. What do you think? I'm looking for opinions. That's what he's asking for.
I don't think there needs to be. I think they ended it with like Luke's story ending, and the beginning was all about his story beginning. So I think it kind of bookends it.
But episode 9 still needs to happen.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
don't know what
I'm
nine-
saying no.
I don't even know what 9.
I think they should do
I don't even know what they're gonna do with 9.
some huge time skip or something.
Yeah, if they do 10, it should be a long time. But they got to wait for the...
Maybe 10 will be like give closure and like just tie things up or something.
That's what 9 should do.
Meh.
Meh.
All
I
right.
don't know. What are they gonna do? Just like,
Start something different.
but on episode 10 they start something new?
No, that's what I'm saying. Stop calling it
Yeah.
episode bleh. Just call it something else.
Captain America. Civil
Star
War.
Wars Captain America Civil War Part
I
1.
finally watched Infinity War.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
I thought it was good.
I was surprised at how much I thought it was good. It was a really good movie.
I would say it's not as good as Black Panther, nor is it as good as Ragnarok.
I actually was shocked at how much I liked Black Panther because I didn't like the trailers. I thought it was...
The trailers were terrible.
Yeah, it made it seem like it was all these like high-speed chases in this huge big city.
And the chases weren't easy to see.
Right.
Like it was so dark and
right.
just, it was gross.
I was like, I was never even going to watch it because of that trailer. And then when I finally watched it, I was just blown away. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, it was really good. Jeff thinks it's the worst Marvel movie they've ever made.
What?
I'm not surprised by that. I didn't actually like it that much.
Insanity.
I fell asleep.
I fell asleep
Insanity.
in Ragnarok,
I liked Ragnarok.
but I was really pregnant and it was really late at night. We went to it in the theater.
That was
Yeah,
her
at
excuse
Sunnyland,
when she
yeah.
was busy
We
sleeping
went
all
to
the time.
we saw it at Grand Prairie. It was like a 9:30 movie.
No, you saw it with me.
Yeah, we were in Peoria at Grand
No,
Prairie.
we weren't. We were at Sunnyland.
It was at the Peoria.
That was
one.
Spider-Man Homecoming. That was at Sunnyland.
Yeah.
And you guys had to sit in like the front row because Nolan can't save seats.
Oh, no, that was Avengers.
Was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Just Spider-Man was in it.
All right. I'm not big into comics, so I heavily depend on you guys for the information. Hopefully you can get back into them.
Oh yeah, I guess we could do.
There's
episodes
probably
about
lots
that.
of comic books we haven't read.
There are. I've
million.
purchased them. They're sitting in the Comixology ready to be diagnosed.
Seems like I said a lot, but nothing at all. Thank you for all you do. T-Dog. P.S. I missed the slight Borat references. My wife.
We haven't done that in a while.
You're the main person who does it.
We-
Yeah, I did.
Why would we be saying that?
I don't know.
You want to do another
Maybe 'cause you're
letter?
Nah, we got to kill it. We got to stop the podcast. We are everywhere on the internet, believe it or not. StarWarsNerdsUnite.com. We've got an Amazon link. Click things there when you're going to buy stuff, especially with Christmas right around the corner, depending on when you're listening to this. We are everywhere. We're on the BenView network. We're on Retro Junkies network, podcast network. Great podcast over there. And we're a Star Wars podcast. If you liked this episode, then you probably listen to all the other ones. So thanks for that. We're back. Don't you worry. We're back with a vengeance.
Sorry so much.
Die Hard with a vengeance.
Jen just needs to come up with what content we're going to do for the next one.
Yep. Did you know they released the name for the new Die Hard movie?
McClane.
Yeah.
What? There's a new Die Hard movie?
Die Hard 6.
Oh my god.
How? Get hyped. The guy that is writing that script wrote a Die Hard Year 1 comic book.
Oh, yeah?
Super good. Duper good.
What makes a Year 1 comic book? What is that genre?
That's like when you first become a thing.
So an origin story?
Yeah, well, kind of. Not necessarily like the origin, but the first year you're doing the thing you're known for.
So like an origin story?
No, like it doesn't establish how, like it doesn't show Batman's, the shooting of the parents and all that stuff. It shows his like struggling with him figuring out how to be Batman. Same thing with Die Hard Year 1.
Well, what is he struggling to be?
A cop. A non-dirty cop and a husband in Brooklyn in the 70s. It's actually a really cool story.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, that has nothing to do with Star Wars, just like the rest of our podcast tonight. And may the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
Did you hear that? We're doomed.
This podcast is a part of the BenView Network.
You can find this and other podcasts like it at BenViewNetwork.com.